Bethany's injury. That is actually a huge chunk of her health, isn't it? Oh, yeah, it is. 20. So we really should be giving her an injury kit or run back right now. Oh, wait, this map is bigger than I... Oh, I thought we could leave here. No. Hold up. Can I rest by this campfire? Demonic amulet. Do you guys want to use this? I mean, I guess we can. Kinda... it's Sebastian's family stuff, though. We'll probably have to give it back later. Aveline, do you want to be a demonic... Actually, do you want to... 6 health, though? I don't think it's actually gonna do too much in the grand scheme of things. 13 attack. Whatever. These belts are kind of garbage to begin with. Alright. Okay, we've come across a camp of camping, like with a campfire, a bunch of giant spiders that camp by a fire. Oh, there's poisonous ones. Get rid of those ones. I probably wandered a little bit. Oh, Bethany! You don't have to come help me. I'm stupid. No, Bethany! Hang in there, okay? Bethany, are you... She is not doing anything. Heal yourself, at least. Oh, there's a mage here! Yikes. I'm so stingy about the injury kit. Let's use it. How do we use it? There's no use button. Just touch it? Light gauntlets. Light gauntlets. Still kind of crappy overall. Silverite threaded. Can't use it because I don't have magic, so I can just throw this away. So that's a thing. 1 mage and a whole bunch of... Oh, there's a corpse there. 1 mage and a bunch of giant spiders. Is this where I find the corpse? The corpses... How do I get there? Oh! Clicked on Bethany. She's walking by herself. Oh, there you go. What about that one? There's dead bodies everywhere. Oh, you can walk past the bushes. Cool. Ring? I want a ring. Everyone's got an amulet, everyone's... Yeah, we're alright for now. How do we continue forward? We want to go down. This way. I mean, you can even see on the mini-map that there is some other portion of this place that I guess this bottom area leads to. Oh, there's something else there. Why are you... Are you all just camping here?
I stand for all of us.
Rest and be great.
Damn, you guys got everything.
You know, that was almost fun.
Don't be off guard, everybody. If we were here on nicer circumstances, maybe we could enjoy the view and all that. But we're here for a young boy's revenge. For his family. Why did his family get killed? Because people wanted power? They wanted to destroy the reigning family of Starkhaven? We haven't been to Starkhaven yet. Are we gonna go to Starkhaven? Dalish assassin.
Do you even know her name, Shem? No? It's Delilah. She's dead. And you killed her.
Hello? Am I walking in on something?
I was a beast then. A werewolf.
I did many terrible things. I'm sorry.
Sorry does not bring my mother back.
I was a victim too, Elf. Of Zathrian's vengeance. Stranger, please calm her down.
Oh no, it's this problem again. The werewolves that got turned back to humans, they're being hunted down by the Dalish elves. Even though last time it happened, we tried to misdirect them.
Did I hear you right? You're a werewolf?
I was one, but no longer. Her Dalish keeper cursed some humans with lycanthropy long ago. The disease spread over the years, but the hero of Ferelden freed us.
Let him go and don't do this feel like they're the same thing to me. I don't want her to kill him because this is not the person... Like, this wasn't... Wait. Oh, hold on. Did she say that this was the guy who killed her mother, was it? Because in the previous cases, one of the arguments for not hurting the werewolves, the werewolf people, was that their ancestors were the ones who killed a bunch of elves, but not them personally. But if this guy actually did it... Well, light persuasion.
Is this what your mother would want?
But he murdered her.
This man may have a wife, children, certainly a family.
What?
What will they think of you? Kill him and you become him.
You shame me. My mother would not want this. Leave Shem. Before I change my mind.
He did kill her, but it's not when he was of sound mind, I guess. That's the one argument against it. But the way I was all like, would your mother want this? Okay, sure, that part, but this man has a family. Well, the Dalish elf had a family too. Yeah, her mother, and she was killed. So I'm not sure if we should have brought the family card there. Vashoth. These are Kunari? Oh my god. Fenris.
I'll deal with this.
Doesn't seem like friendly fire is a thing anymore for the Cone of Cold. Okay, this is going back. Leads to the beginning. Oh, there's more people. Her staff is touching the ground. Bandits? Oh, I can cast the Cone of Cold really far away too. Or was that the Cone of Cold? No! Oh, she does have a fire spell. Fireball. Okay, good. Good.
Let us see.
But don't get full of yourself.
You're pitiful!
Thug leader. We can stun people.
It's hard to believe we came all that way to get here.
Glitter dust. The powdered form of a rock found along the wounded coast. When explorers brought the sparkling rock to the markets of the free marches, it became immediately popular among wealthy ladies who crushed it and applied the powder to their faces. The added brightness and luster to the skin, however, soon paled in comparison to the developing rash and coughing fits. As it turned out, glitter dust is dangerous if ingested or inhaled. It's also extremely flammable, as several ladies discovered after powdering their hair while standing next to a candle. Unfortunately, this resulted in a dozen deaths by conflagration. Oh my goodness. These days, glitter dust is used sparingly and only by experienced alchemists. The most common form of the substance is volatile glitter dust. If gathered from caves where darkspawn dwell, the rock produces a powder known as tainted glitter dust, which I'm sure is especially helpful in some way. Let's read a little bit about city elves. When the wholly exalted March of the Dales resulted in the dissolution of the Elven Kingdom, leaving a great many elves homeless once again, the divine Renata I declared that all lands loyal to the Chantry must give the elves refuge within their own walls. Considering the atrocities committed by the elves at Red Crossing, this was a great testament to the Chantry's charity. There was one condition, however. The elves were to lay aside their pagan gods and live under the rule of the Chantry. Some of the elves refused our goodwill. They banded together to form the wandering Dalish elves, keeping their old elven ways and their hatred of humans alive. To this day, Dalish elves still terrorize those of us who stray too close to their camps. Most of the elves, however, saw that it was wisest to live under the protection of humans. But that doesn't mean they don't hate humans. You make it sound like only Dalish elves hate humans. I'm pretty sure city elves do too. And so we took the elves into our cities and tried to integrate them. We invited them into our own homes and gave them jobs as servants and farmhands. Here, in Denerim, the elves even have their own quarter, governed by an elven keeper. Most have proven to be productive members of society. Still, a small segment of the elven community remains dissatisfied. These troublemakers and malcontents roam the streets, causing mayhem, rebelling against authority, and making a general nuisance of themselves. Written by a sister of the Chantry, no wonder. I feel like some of these codex entries, especially the ones that are straight from Origins, could be kind of confusing, because some things have changed since the situation in Ferelden, right? For example, some of the books mention that, oh, there have been, I don't know, how many blights has there been already? 4, 5? I don't know if all the information is up to date. There's some ruins here. Nice coastline. Looks a little bit too rocky for boats, though. There was more going on this side we haven't looked at yet. Where? These are just random Kunari, I guess? Oh, damn! Oh. I thought Bethany moved forward. No, I clicked on Fenris. The first time we find a plant, we get the codex entry. The second time we find it, we actually get the resource. Is that what's happening? Because we saw Elfruit already, but it didn't give me that nice triumphant music until now. Was that it? No, there's still more. Whoa, this map is actually huge. What the heck? Oh my goodness. Bigger than I expected. And there's still more. There's still more. I thought this was gonna be a small place. No. Even walking back to a different part of the place is a bit annoying. There is a... Is that a mage? I can't tell. I think it might be. Oh! He teleported right in front of us. The Wounded Coast. Rune of Fire Warding. The Wounded Coast. Now we can learn about the namesake maybe? Oh, quest updated. Red Blossom Special. A particularly strong tincture of rose hip and goose shit. A folk remedy for an embarrassing rash. Oh, wait! What about the guy in the chantry? He had a itchy something. Maybe he can make use of it. The Wounded Coast. One of the few roads leading into Kirkwall passes through a dangerous area known as the Wounded Coast. The road winds close to the cliff edge that looms over waters with many a precipitous drop to the churning waves below. There's many a local legend involving travelers falling or jumping or having been flung from those heights. From the cliffs, the road leads through jagged hills that line the pass like sharp teeth. Bandits use these hills as cover from which to ambush caravans. There is more to fear here than bandits, of course. Once one leaves the hills, you come upon a maze of sharp canyons, the hunting grounds for many fierce creatures. It is a place of secrets dating back to the golden age of the Tevinter Imperium, where ancient relics and statues crumble in time with the rocks. A coast that's wounded. Doesn't actually explain why it's called Wounded Coast though. Just that it's kind of dangerous in general. Okay, we have a dead end. There's still... Yeah, there's still a whole bunch more. This is not like the size of the random maps in Origins at all. Which is good, I guess. But so far it's a big map. But not too much going on here. Oh yeah, if you look at it like that, the trees, little jaggedies sticking out. Probably lots of crashed boats around as well. Vegetation here is not too nice. Okay, now that we're back over here. More Kunari. Yes. Stun them. And then destroy them. Good. Oh my gosh. Pile of bones just sitting here. Kinda freaky. Why are these random Kunari attacking us? No reason. Because they're bandits, maybe? Okay, this is the way to go. I can see it, but we haven't looked at everything here yet. Especially since I'm pretty sure there was a white X somewhere here. Don't attack me. Should probably organize my spells in a little better. Good, good. Oh, there's another. Oh! Be careful, Aveline. You might be activating another bunch of people. Everyone's good so far. Is that my Winter's Grasp doing that? My god. Officer! There's an officer here. Heal Fenris. Oh! No drinking potions! Not allowed. Oh, this guy's tough. But we're tougher. Whoa! Someone just speared Hawke! Come on, Bethany. I know you're alone here, but you're fine, right? Yikes.
I can take care of it.
Yep, please do. Tam Salah Eva.
Set.
The Orlesian Empire. There are many lords and ladies in Val Royeaux, and I mean this literally. Once, the system of noble titles in Orlais was labyrinthine. There were barons and baroness and baronets and sir barons and a horde of others, each with its own origins and its own nuances of comparison. The Orlesian aristocracy is ancient and much given to competition. All the nobility play the grand game, as it is known, whether they wish to or not. It is a game of reputation and patronage, where moves are made with rumors and scandal is the chief weapon. No gentle game, this. More blood has been drawn as a result of the grand game than any war the Orlesians have fought. Of this, I am assured by almost every gentleman here. As far as titles went, everything changed with the coming of the Emperor Drakon, who established the Orlesian Empire as it exists today, and who created the Chantry. There is no more venerated figure in Orlais, in Val Royeaux. The statue of Drakon stands as tall as the statue of Andraste. Drakon determined that the grand game was tearing Orlais apart, so he abolished all title besides his own, and Lord and Lady. Pretty sure we've read this one as well. I am told, with some twittering amusement, that this action did not end the grand game as Drakon had intended. Now the lords and ladies collected unofficial titles, and not official ones, such as the Exalted Patron of Tassus Clay, or Uncle to the Champion of Trems. It's a damn headache. Poor servants who have to remember it. The aristocracy is different from Ferelden as well. The Orlesians' right to rule stems directly from the Maker. There exists neither the concept of rule by merit, nor the slightest notion of rebellion. If one is not noble, one aspires to be, or at least one aspires to be in the good graces of a noble, and is ever watching for a way to enter the patronage of those better placed in the grand game. And then there are the masks and the cosmetics. I have not seen so much paint since the kennels at Highever, but that is another story. That's kind of crazy though. Nobody rebels against the system. You are either a noble or not. Wait, that actually might even be more restrictive than Orzammar then. Equally as restrictive. Okay, I see an X. What is this X? Tal Veshoth Cavern. Can we go in? Maybe not now. Maybe it's for something else later on. Okay. Well, interesting. Free ring. Plus 18 attack. Have this one. Okay, I think that should be it for this map. Yeah, pretty much. Unless if the bottom had... No, that should be it. Big map, lots of walking. But we did manage to pick up a few things here. Hold on, longsword. Would you like it, Aveline? No? I thought I picked up a longsword just now. Oh, it might have been junk. Yeah, never mind. It was a broken one. Okay, let's get the heck out of here. We want to go... continue on Sundermount. Well, finishing the Sebastian thing. Duty. And then maybe the Aveline thing as well. Someone's here already. Okay, they're right here. Thank you for being right here. I don't even have to go hunt for you. Do we just go back to Sebastian right after and be like, hey, I killed your people, and then that'll be all? Was he himself having trouble killing these guys, or was the problem more that he couldn't find where they are? I guess it might be the second, because he seemed like he was quite strong. He had a whole bow and arrow thing going on. We all good? Yes, return to the Chantry and tell Prince Sebastian Vale that his family is avenged. Okay, cool. We're here right now anyway. Let's go do the other one. Keeper Marithari, long way home. Oh, I thought this was the Aveline one. Was it not? Oh, Flemet's amulet. There's a Dalish camp here. Okay, sure. Why not? We're here anyway. I thought that one would be like a really long-term thing that we wouldn't be able to immediately do. But I guess not. Just looking around this place. Elven ruins. Dalish camps. Elfert. We're entering somebody's... Yup. Dalish hunters. Hi, we come in peace. We have an elf here too.
Old Shemlin, your kind are not welcome among the Dalish.
Who are you people?
We are the last of the elven.
So you say, frequently.
We remember who the people truly are, even as you city elves forget.
Is he really a city elf? He was a Tevinter slave.
What's a Shemlin?
It is the elven word for human.
It means you're not one of the people, and you should leave now.
Lucky coincidence we have Fenris here today.
I was given an amulet for someone named Marithari.
How do you know that name?
Wait, this is the one the Keeper spoke of.
A Shemlin? I thought she'd be an elf.
Enter the camp. Keeper Marithari has been waiting for you.
Cause trouble, and you'll meet our blades, stranger.
The Keeper knows we're expected.
Marithari, I was told to bring you this amulet.
Andaranatishan, travelers. Indeed, I am Keeper Marithari. Let me look at you. There's truth in your face. A rare thing in a human. Tell me how this burden fell to you, child.
A dragon came from the sky and told me to deliver this to you.
Your guard said you spoke of me. How did you know I was coming?
I listened. To the wind, to the birds, as the hunters do, to my dreams. I watched the stars. There is great wisdom to be found all around us, if you know how to listen for it. But I was not certain. Nothing is certain.
Are you the leader of these Dalish? Why did the witch tell me to bring this amulet to you?
Being a little nosy.
I am the keeper of this clan. It is my task to guide my people and to ensure the old ways are not forgotten. As for Asha Belenar, I am tied to her, just as you are, by a debt that must be repaid.
Asha Belenar. That's Flemeth? Wait, but you still didn't tell me what the amulet is for. You owe her something as well? So, because you owe her, you need to take the amulet?
Exactly what have I been carrying around? Is it magic?
It is a promise, child. Made by one whose word still has weight. And therefore, it has terrible power. There are few things in this world stronger than a promise kept. Remember that.
A dragon fell from the sky, jarred some darkspawn, then asked me to bring you this amulet. No big deal.
You are blessed by luck, then. I will pray that Mithal watches over your path. The amulet must be taken to an altar at the top of the mountain and given a Dalish rite for the departed. Then, return the amulet to me. Do this and your debt will be repaid.
Are you going to teach me this rite for the departed?
I will send my first with you. She will see to it the ritual is done. And when it is complete, I must ask that you take her with you when you go.
Oh. Okay.
Who is your first? First of what?
Your people would call her my apprentice, or heir. Merrill would have taken my place as keeper. But she has chosen a new path. Please, guide her safely from here.
Wait, Merrill! Was that the lady... the mage lady? Wait, is this whole clan the same Dalish clan that we saw in the Dalish elf origin? Because Merrill was the name of that mage lady, right? Is it the same lady?
If that's what you want.
It isn't what I want, but it is what she wants. You will find Merrill waiting for you on the trail just up the mountain. Dareth Shiral.
I remember the name Merrill vaguely.
Not too busy for you.
But not...
Maybe you could use some archery lessons. Private ones.
I think my aim is hopeless, Rhonda.
Well, why don't we go somewhere alone and try to fix that?
That's a great idea. My gear is on the other side.
Leave it. You won't need it.
Wow. Brazen Dalish elves. Just walking around.
Never cease.
Yeah, the keeper's name. Marithari. I don't remember the keeper's name, but Merrill, I feel like it definitely was the whole Dalish origin, the Dalish elf origin with the mirror and all that. We'll have to see. Huh. We're allowed to walk around.
We should move on.
We shouldn't talk here.
I feel like there's a different law at work in this place. Someone else's rules.
Yes, we should respect
A
them.
lot of game, plenty of wildflowers.
That's very sweet, Chandon.
This mountain is cursed, I swear. 3 days in a row you've shot at and missed deer.
Maybe it's not the mountain. Maybe it's just you that's cursed, my love.
You always know just what to say to put my mind at ease.
Watch your steps, Shem. You don't know how many dalish arrows are trained on you right now.
Maybe we should be glad that no one's shooting at us. Because back when I was a Dalish elf, I was definitely shooting at Shemlin. Velaslin Bloodwriting. Velaslin? After my encounter with the Dalish elves on the road to Navarra, I studied every book on the elves I could find. I sought out legends and myths and history and tried to make sense of it all, but there is only so much one can learn from books. I knew that in order to truly understand the Dalish, I would have to seek them out, a dreadful idea in hindsight. In my defense, I was young and also inebriated when the idea popped into my head. Unfortunately, even after I had regained some measure of sobriety, the idea still held appeal. It proved remarkably resistant to my attempts to ignore it. I gave in after months of that nagging thought at the back of my head and set out to learn about the Dalish firsthand. I trampled through the forests bordering Orlais for weeks before I finally found, or was found by, a Dalish hunter. I stumbled into one of his traps and suddenly was hanging from a tree with a rope about my ankles. So there I was, defenseless, upside down with my robe over my head, my underclothes on display. Descriptions of my predicament might elicit laughter these days, but trust me when I say it was a situation I would not wish upon anyone. Thankfully, my ridiculous appearance may have caused my captor to stay his hand. What threat is a silly human with his pants showing? And so he sat, made a small fire, and began to skin the deer he had caught. I soon mustered the courage to speak. I tried to assure him that I was not there to harm him, but he laughed at this and replied that if I were there to harm him, I had failed miserably. A guy with his pants showing, being like, "Hey, I'm not here to kill you." Eventually, we got to talking. And when I say talking, I mean that I asked him questions, and occasionally he would deign to answer. He told me that while some Dalish actively seek out human travelers to rob or frighten, most of his people would rather be left alone. He seemed to believe that punishing the humans for past actions only led to more violence. I asked him about the intricate tattoos on his face. He told me they were called Velaslin, blood writing. His were symbols of Andruil, the Huntress, one of the most highly revered elven goddesses. He said the Dalish mark themselves to stand out from humans and from those of their kin who have chosen to live under human rule. He said the Velaslin remind his people that they must never again surrender their beliefs. When he finished skinning the deer, he cut me down. By the time I had righted myself and conquered the dizziness of all the blood rushing out of my head, he was gone. I do not recommend that my readers seek out the Dalish for themselves. I was very lucky to have met the man that I did, to have walked away from our meeting unscathed. Perhaps the Maker watches over those who seek knowledge with an open heart. I certainly would like to think so. Oh, this was Brother Genitivi. And yet, this book is right here? Interesting. Were the elves reading about it? Maybe. We have Fenris here, but I don't know if that counts as a positive or negative, judging by how he's, city elf. The Tale of Ilorin. In the days after the rising of Zazikel, the Dark Ones covered every corner of the land. The Archdemon drove all the nations of the world before him, Shemlin and Elven alike. Zazikel was one of the Archdemons, the old gods. In the far north, where the hills wander the plains and the earth is eternally baked beneath the uncaring sun, the lands which the Shemlin called Anderfels, a clan of our people lived, struggling to survive the blight. Ilorin was their keeper. A hunter in his younger days, crafty as any wolf, he led his people always just ahead of the Darkspawn, who chased them. But the old hunter knew that even Hala cannot run forever. They must turn and fight, or be run down. At the foot of the Murdain, the Darkspawn cornered Ilorin's clan. That night, the moon was strangled by clouds, the earth concealed by a dread mist that rose out of nowhere, so that the Elven could not tell up from down. In the confusion, the Darkspawn attacked. But Ilorin had prepared for them. All around the camp, the hunters had strewn dry grass, brush, and brambles. I think we've read this one before. I remember Ilorin. When the sound of rustling footfalls began, Ilorin and the other Harin called upon the old magic. They struck out with lightning, and though the bolts missed the darkspawn, they hit their target all the same. The sea of kindling lit, and not one of the dark creatures made it through the fire to reach Eloran's clan. Smart guy? Written by Zathrian, as it had been passed down. Yeah, we have read it. Smart guy. If you don't have the numbers, you gotta find some other tactic to defeat your enemy. Map of occupied Kirkwall. Somebody wants it. People who record keep. In Kirkwall? Okay.
Couldn't you talk to him for me, please?
He doesn't bite, Paul. Just tell him you made a mistake.
I ruined a piece of ironwood. That's not a mistake to Master Island. That's like committing murder.
At least it's not a hanging offense. You can do this. Be brave.
Ironwood, it was that one supply that we had to gather back in Origin.
Andaran Atishan, stranger.
Andaran Atishan.
We have our bows trained on you, Shemlin. Conduct your business with the Keeper quickly.
Okay, you guys are so threatening. Geography of Thedas. Bound to the east by the Amaranthine Ocean, west by the Tarashan Forest and Hunterhorn Mountains, south by the snowy wastes that lie beyond Orkney Mountains, north by Donark Forest. The word Thedas is Tevinter in origin, originally used to refer to lands that bordered the Imperium. As the Imperium lost its stranglehold on conquered nations, more and more lands became Thedas, until finally people applied the name to the entire continent. The northern part is divided amongst the Anarfels, Tevinter Imperium, Antiva, and Rivain, with the islands held by the Kunari. Central Thedas is Free Marches, Navarra, and Orlais, and Ferelden is to the south. Now that we know more about the place, reading these names actually makes a bit more sense. What lies beyond the snowy wastes is a mystery. The freezing temperatures and barren land have kept even the most intrepid cartographers at bay. Similarly, the western reaches of the Anarfels have never been fully explored, even by the Anders themselves. We don't know if the dry steppes are shadowed by mountains or if they extend all the way to a nameless sea. There must be other lands, but we don't know about them for now.
You could say that. I think Master Island is going to murder me.
Is Master
Because of the Ironwood? Have you thought about going to the Keeper and begging for amnesty?
Because of losing Ironwood?
Mountain is cursed, I swear.
That's serious?
3 days in a row, I've shot
Master Island.
I am Master Island, a crafter for this clan. Forced to stay so close to this Shemlin city, I've seen my share of outsiders pass through our camp. Is there something you needed?
What city is close? Oh, Kirkwall?
Are you a specialist? What sort of things do you make?
A Dalish crafter does many things. We create weapons, armor, anything our clan has need of.
He doesn't even want to trade with me.
I don't need anything right now.
Of course.
I mean, would you actually— oh, no, it's because— that's right, we have to open the chest. Ironwood Warblade, Long Touch, Enchanted Staff. Well, I can't sell the unique stuff, but you can have the junk if you want.
Wonderful.
Dalish crafting is
Make your
second to
business here
none, I
quick.
assure you.
Orlesian, Part 1. Before the ages were named or numbered, our people were glorious and eternal and never-changing. Like the great oak tree, they were constant in their traditions, strong in their roots, and ever-reaching for the sky. They felt no need to rush when life was endless. They worshipped their gods for months at a time. Decisions came after decades of debate, and an introduction could last for years. From time to time, our ancestors would drift into centuries-long slumber, but this was not death, for we know they wandered the fade in dreams. In those ages, our people called all the land Elvenan, which in the old language means place of our people, and at the center of the world stood the great city of Arlathan, a place of knowledge and debate, where the best of the ancient elves would go to trade knowledge, greet old friends, and settle disputes that had gone on for millennia. But while our ancestors were caught up in the forever cycle of ages, the place around them was changing, the world around them was changing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. If I know that I've read it, I'm gonna try to quickly summarize it. This is the one that talks about how the elves originally were immortal, and then because of the dirty humans that they came into contact with, they lost their immortality, right? The humans came from Parvolan to the north, Shemlin, quicklings. They were pitiful and their lives blinked by in an instant. When they first met the elves, the humans were brash and warlike, quick to anger, quick to fight, no patience. But worst of all, what they brought was mortality. Elves started dying of natural causes. Those who spent time bartering and negotiating with humans found themselves aging, tainted by the humans' brash and impatient lives. The elves believed that the ancient gods were judging them, unworthy of long lives, and that's why they stopped being immortal. I don't know how much I believe in this story, again, but we'll see. The elves immediately moved away, but the effects were still happening. Let's keep going then. Sundermount path. There's 2 paths. We'll check out this side. Oh, this is leaving, is it?
The guards don't come this far out. It's better for both sides.
Yeah, Aveline, just don't say too much. Maybe let Fenris do the talk. No, never mind.
So the Magister put lyrium in your skin.
So I'm told.
Does it hurt?
You do not want to know the answer to that.
Is lyrium hot or cold? Does it sting to the touch? If so, that would suck. That would suck a lot. Don't think we can go here. Alright. What's this little thingy around the corner? What the? Oh my god, that scared the crap out of me. Well, that's the first time that's happened, right? People just dropping in from the sky like that. No, I mean, the second wave dropping in from the sky is normal, but not the first wave. My god.
Let's finish this.
Ooh. That little nook existed just to scare me? Is that it? Merrill. Hey, so we're slowly gathering up party members then. Probably better to get those earlier than later, I guess. But then I would have so many friendships to worry about. Yeah, she's the mage.
Oh, I didn't hear. You must be the one the Keeper told me about. Anathera.
I'm so sorry. I didn't ask your name. Unless... It's not rude to ask a human their name, is it? I'm Merrill, which you probably knew already. I'm rambling, sorry.
Was she always this cute? She seems really young here. No, you're fine.
We didn't get a proper introduction.
I am... or was, I suppose. The first to keep a Marathari. I've studied the old ways for as long as I can remember. I know things. The law of the Dalish that can help us get to the summit of Sundermount.
Why are you not the first anymore? Why do you want to leave?
Why are you leaving the Dalish for Kirkwall?
I have to. Let's leave it at that for now, alright?
I get the feeling you're in trouble.
It's not like that. Not exactly, anyway. The Keeper and I have disagreements, but it will sort itself out in time.
As long as you're not a criminal, it's okay.
Did you hear that strange noise?
Oh, I didn't hear anything.
Okay.
You seem awfully nervous.
I've never met a human before. Dalish mothers frighten their children with stories about you, you know. Not you, personally, of course. I'm sure they don't have any tales about you. Or not scary ones, at least.
She seems
Not
really...
that you're not notable enough to have a story. I'll just shut up now.
It's fine. Yeah, nice to meet you. Well, I mean, we didn't see her that much, and the last time we saw her, it was in the context of us also being a Dalish elf. She seemed capable back then. Now she seems quite jittery.
You'll have to work harder than that to offend me. My name's Hawke.
Thank you. I'm afraid I'm not very experienced with your kind.
Me neither.
The Keeper said you came from Ferelden. I spent most of my life there. We only came north a few years ago. Have you been in the Free Marches long? Do you like it here?
I've lived in Kirkwall for a year now. It's a good place to get a fresh start.
Really? I hope you're right. We should go. Your task is for Ashbelina. It's not wise to make her wait.
The elves revere? Or they look up to Flemeth as well?
Do you know the witch who sent me here?
No, not personally. My people tell stories of her, though. You're very lucky. Most people who meet Ashbelina wind up in little pieces, hanging from the trees.
But I'm the champion. To be.
I take it you've been expecting me to bring this amulet for some time.
The Keeper brought us here to wait for you. I don't know much more than that.
Oh!
I do know that you have Ashbelina's amulet, and we must bring it to the altar on the mountaintop. Nothing more.
What if this is some weird ritual to make sure that Flemeth stays living forever or something, and we're helping her do that?
What do we have to do with the amulet?
It's a funeral of sorts. I'll perform it when we get to the mountaintop. Getting there is the tricky part. Our hunters haven't been able to reach the summit. Dark things are about.
Let's get this over with.
Do you want to join my party? Merrill! The stories tell us that all Elvain once had the gift, but like so many things, it was lost. It's a keeper's job to remember, to restore what we can. As each generation passes, magic becomes more rare among the Dalish. As the gift dies out, talented children are moved between clans, so that every keeper has a successor, and no clan is in danger of being left without guidance. Merrill was born to the Orlesian clan, which wandered the hills of Navarra. She was the third child of the clan, with the ancient gift born to her. When the next Orlesian gathering of the clans occurred, she was given to the Sabre clan to be first to keeper Merithari. I think Merithari was the one in the Dalish origin, right? Sort of remember that name? Merrill was just 4 years old. She spent most of her life in Ferelden and the Korkari wilds until her clan was driven north by the Blight. Wait, she really quickly said it just now, but did you say that your keeper brought you guys here specifically to wait for me? Because you guys also owe... Oh, Flemeth? Corpse? And we're all really just her pawns, trying to do something that she wants us to do, but we don't even have any context. Why are you not dying? For why we're doing these things? Oh god. Full of arrows. Look at him. We all good?
The Keeper didn't mention you were a mage.
I imagine it's difficult to give away something nobody wants.
Hey.
All keepers know a bit of old magic. The stories tell us that all Elven once had the gift. But like so many things, it was lost. It's a keeper's job to remember, to restore what we can.
Does the Chantry know about the Dalish mages?
Oh, they know. Keeper Marithari told me that was one of the reasons we never camped too long in one place. They usually won't pursue us if we stay away from the cities and towns and keep moving.
And no one minds having to pick up and move over and over just to protect a few of you?
Why would they mind? Once we've picked over a hunting ground, there's no reason to stay. But my clan is now in more danger, having lost our Hala.
The deer, the mystical deer. No, Bethany's always very interested in how other people handle mage affairs. And mages? Stuff related to mages seems to be a big running theme so far, with every single person we've met, Fenris, Anders, and now Merrill.
If you go to Kirkwall, You'll be an apostate in a city full of Templars.
I know. But if I don't go to Kirkwall, I'll be alone. A solitary elf is easy prey for anyone. In the city, I can get lost in the crowd.
You have to leave, but you don't have to be with me. But being with you maximizes your chance of being alive.
Can't demons possess dalish mages?
It can happen. And when it does, the clan must hunt and kill their own keeper.
What you mean if the keeper was the one possessed, right? Or do you mean no matter who gets possessed, we gotta kill the keeper? I hope you mean the first.
Please keep turning skeletons into toads for us.
But I never... Right. Not literally. Happy to help. I've done a little fighting before, but it was always alone. I'll try not to hit anyone. On our side, I mean. I'm babbling again. Let's go.
Let's not tease her too much. She seems to be kind of on edge. This way.